everybody, it's Michelle Patterson here with Angel Souls, and this is our weekly angelic guidance. If you would like a personal reading with me, a standard reading, you can go to angelsouls444.com. If you would like a live video reading, email me at angelsouls444@gmail.com so we can see if there's any availability. And of course, I do have a live coming up on August 29th. That one is all about Archangel Uriel, and we will be doing a live meditation. So if you're interested in any of that, you want to see my writing on Substack, courses at Gumroad, all the good stuff in the description box below. Now, I do have Archangel Metatron in here as a very big presence for this week. So what I feel he's coming forward for is to help us have that that clearing. You know, like, you know how it kind of helps you clear for the ascension path. So to bring that light down all around us. Let it snap away some of these cords of the more, day-to-day kinds of things that are stealing our peace, and the things that are dragging us. They're saying the program that drags us down in frequency. All right. And of course, I'm hearing getting ready. I've been saying for a very, very, very long time, psychic readings aren't really what I do. I'm more about, ascension readings and being on your spiritual path with angelic guidance and helping you live your happiest life. So, I can't really sit here and tell you I feel like it's going to be layers of things that are coming up in fall. So the big thing that's going on, fall for us here in the Northern Hemisphere. So what the real big thing here is making sure that we're not just staying on the surface. If you stay on the surface, you crack. If you're not healing, then you're going to crack. Yes. So the next part for us as a humanity, having to go through that ascension process, if you've been not admitting certain things to yourself, or if you have still been carrying a burden with you that needs to go, all of those things can be brought to the surface by meditating with Archangel Metatron, and again, bringing that light down around you. All right, so I have a little bit of a different setup, as you will see. I'm in a different location here, different lights, the whole bit, but we are making do with what we have. Let's get some cards here. I'm very interested to see what is coming up. And also, if you're still in the process of trying to heal things, you can always get an Akashic Records reading with me as well. Those can be booked at angelsouls444.com. And I should say, as of the recording of this, I'm running really ahead on personal readings. I mean, the live video readings, that's just based on if there's availability, if our schedules work out, how fast those go. But for the standard readings, I'm really on top of them right now. So if you want a reading, hop in there and grab one. Okay, so you'll get a card here. See, this is what I'm talking about. Be willing to forgive. Ask the angels to clear your mind and body of past pain in exchange for peacefulness. That's what we're talking about. Okay, we need to get into this space where we're willing to let go. If you're still carrying a lot of resentment, a lot of pain, these things that that cause you a lot of anger, but you're not doing anything to process the anger. Or if you're in the hurt place and you keep, going around and around and around saying, why did that happen? I mean, you might get your why. But anything that's robbing you of peace, that's taking away your vital life force, right? We all need that. We all need that right now so that we can co-create the next chapter of our lives. So that is, part of the process of forgiving and making sure that we're not cycling around the same old story. And as I'm hearing, sort of re-injuring ourselves again and again and again. So there's that part of the message. There's a split going on here, and there are a lot of humans that are just, very obsessed with either looking spiritual, right? And they're going to find out really quickly that they weren't doing the real work. And then you have other people who are just very obsessed with their day-to-day life. They think that that's all that matters. They think that that is, the reason why they're here, and it's not. It's not why we incarnate. It's to grow your soul. So we can talk about things here like, how you break through certain barriers and all of that. But if you're not coming at it with the right intention, if you're coming at it like, I want to, use this to gain this, or I want this to do that, and I don't care about my spiritual growth. I don't care about the collective and the energy I'm putting into it, which is what happens when people get into bad relationships too. They're putting in negativity and setting a precedent out into the world. So, when we think that, oh, it's just my life and I can do whatever I want. I mean, yeah, you have free will, but you're affecting everybody else, right, with your energy. So that is something to think about as well. Throat chakra, the angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. So this might be something that you need to look at, and admitting the truth to yourself as well. And that's the big thing. Where do you need to forgive? Where do you need to heal? What pain are you still carrying? What resentment? Yeah. We'll get more of the story here, but there's just a whole lot of getting hung up on what's right in front of us. And I cannot put it out in a stronger way to make sure that you are spiritually fortified, because again, everything will knock you for a loop, and this is where people panic and they don't know, how to handle anything, right? But if we get into a space where whatever happens to us, we can go with the flow. We can ride that wave. We can be there for one another. We don't feel like we're having to panic and take away from others so that we have more. Ear chakras. Interesting. Notice messages that appear as sounds, music, and words from both external sources and within your mind. The messages are real answers to your prayers. So you are getting the messaging through, okay? It is coming through, but if you're not in a healed enough place, you notice the theme here. We've been saying Metatron, but of course Raphael can help you with that. And I have Shamuel in here as well. So Shamuel is known as the Archangel of Love, as I always say, but she's more than that. She is helping you first with self-love, and people always roll their eyes at that or want to skip over the peace process. That's the thing that makes your life worth something, okay? Like it's finding your peace and enjoying your life, right? So it's not just about, I see a problem and I have to attack it and then I'll feel good as a human being. It's allowing yourself to be in that peaceful place so that you can reach your fullest potential. That's Shamuel. All right. And sacral chakra. That's why I like this deck. I haven't used it in forever. This says you are highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. Now, you guys know I always talk about dated language, okay? Now, I'm not saying that you won't be sensitive to things, but this was kind of from the era of our spiritual growth where everyone thought they were too precious for anything, which is a little ridiculous in my mind. The sacral chakra is, again, the creative life force. This is very Archangel Gabriel kind of energy. So taking care of yourself, releasing the emotions, and allowing new solutions to come about. See, that's the other thing too. We get ourselves in this mode where it's like, it has to be like X, Y, and Z or I'm not happy. No, I know that person is for me. Well, if they were for you, they'd be here, right? It's not that simple. I don't like how you put things. We get ourselves stuck in a lot of negative dynamics, and really, this is about getting blocked and about, as we say here, the throat chakra, not being able to speak your truth, not being authentic to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you're getting these messages about what to clear away emotionally, and I don't think many of us are taking it seriously, and that's why this is coming up. What's on the other side of this, if we can just sit with that message and kind of allow ourselves to open up, there's freedom there. I was just having a conversation with somebody, and, I took a flight, and the flight got delayed because the jet bridge wasn't working, and they had to get somebody in there to fix it, and then we had to work around storms. And someone said, even through all that, you were completely cool and calm, and it didn't rattle you. And I'm like, well, there are certain things that still get an emotional rise out of me, like especially global things or, humanitarian kinds of things. But the small stuff, I don't want to sit here and just kind of put a big swipe over and say, don't sweat the small stuff. I don't think that that's fair to people who are having their genuine emotions. But this is that kind of feeling, this message here, and I want to offer that example for this reason. What am I going to do by getting upset by it? Especially when it comes to air travel. You got to roll with it, right? You got to be ready with, plan B if you have to come out there and, switch your flight or whatever. Getting upset doesn't help anything. It puts a bad energy around it. Or, You know, if things, whatever it is in your life, just evaluate it whenever you're seeing this video and ask yourself, what pulls on me? What gets me pulled away from things that I love? You know, are you somebody that feels like I can't calm down, or I can't relax? Not calm down, but like I can't relax until everything's in place, you know, kind of thing. Yeah, 5 of air. We're struggling here. Definitely struggling. It says an unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation. Review everyone's motives. This is, I feel, representing us. And Metatron's in here again saying, this is it. This is exactly how everyone's kind of behaving with one another. And we are, I've said this before, where, you know, as times change, the angels here, angels, so to speak, here on Earth, the Earth angels, you know, they're becoming a little bit easier to spot and to see and to interact with. But that also means that the other part of it, the people who are not so nice, that's coming out as well. And a lot of people want to drag each other down. So just be, oh, well, and 2, let me say, sorry, I got an eyelash going into my eye. I also want to say here, though, before I pull the next card, the dark is kind of getting pushed down, okay, and pushed down and sort of pushed away, as I'm hearing, cleansed away, being cleansed away. So the dark energy, when it's going through that process, it's going to rear up. And so we see people getting uglier and uglier about certain things. If they have some sort of like dark energy in them, it's going to come out. The thing is that they're being seen now. They're being seen now, and hopefully more and more people will wake up to it and stop just making excuses. You know what I mean? So we have unity. This is what we've got to be working towards, okay? And this is Archangel Sandalphon. Sandalphon is Metatron's brother. He's all about balancing the spiritual aspect with your physical aspect, aligning your chakras, attunement, being grounded. He's known as the Archangel of Music. So healing through sound, okay? And then we have the ear chakras there as well. Traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations, seek out mentors or like-minded friends. But, you know, the big takeaway on this card is the word unity. So that speaks to things that have kept us divided. You know, the supposed enemy is, you know, not really your enemy. And that's what we're discovering now. The wheel, Archangel Michael, a time of positive change once we get through all this, okay? A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. And this is a great card to just kind of end this reading on. But look at what that comes at the end, right? So it's after the forgiveness. It's after we stop battling each other. It's after we stop trying to be separate and say you're either with me or against me or whatever. And we tune in, right? And get our own electrical system in alignment. We've got a lot of chakra cards here. And then we have Sandalphon. So all of that is like, you know, make sure you're not allowing misinformation to come through you. You're not allowing, and that's not to be paranoid and, you know, jump to conclusions about things that you're hearing or whatever, but allowing peace to flow through you. And with that peace, right behind it is the clarity. And that's what Archangel Michael represents. So we get clarity on certain situations about ourselves. I really feel like it feels like there's a better approach to life. And we, as a whole humanity, we are starting to understand that and giving ourselves space to move in a more positive direction by working on the things, as I said before, that keep stealing our joy. We keep waiting for some outward solution to just come in and make it better. Or when we feel angry, we may even go pay somebody to listen to how angry we are. And then we don't do anything about it, right? We don't go through the process of releasing. We don't allow ourselves to move on from the past. Why? Everybody has their reasons, but probably a big one is I don't want it to repeat. So I don't want to get too relaxed and have it come up in my face again, right? So just bear that in mind. What can you let go of? It's really time to start laying some things out, processing it first, not sidestepping, processing it properly, and then letting it go. All right? So we are going to leave it there. I'm sending you all so much love and take care.